This video has Elden Ring spoilers. You have been warned.
Alright, you have $1 million fucking dollars and you have to build a house. You already bought all of the resources. It's all there. You got bricks, you got the wood, you got the nails, you got the shingles, you got the cement, you got the Eldritch horrors underneath. It's all there, right there. You just gotta build it. Right? Now, all you need to do is get the tools to build said house, you know? Like the hammer and the, you know, and the drill and the really big hammer. Fucking huge hammer, and, you know. Alright, anyways, you have all these fucking tools all at, you know, your hand that will help you build this house and make it as least straining as fucking possible. So you go there, you do it in a fucking day because you have the best shit. I mean, this is like advanced technology. This is like excavators, but with like jets on it. Either way, you get it done. And of course, you're not the only person who's doing this. It's other people building the house. Now then, you built your house, other people built their house, and you go talk to them, you're like, yeah, you know, I built my house, I got it well set up, you know, I used all the tools. And imagine how psychotic someone would fucking sound if they went,
"What? You did that using big tools? Well, I just used this fucking toothpick. You didn't really build your house unless you do it with the toothpick. It's how God intended. You're supposed to use it. It's perfect."
Imagine how fucking insane they would sound. Do you know that? Do you know how insane you fucking sound? Alright, well, now that you know, now that you have a kind of idea in your head, we're going to shift over from the really bad, shitty analogy, and we're going to talk about Elden Ring.
Okay, well that was fucking mean. I thought this was gonna be like a positive, uplifting kind of video, you know, with that intro.
Well, dipshit, you stupid fuck. It is. I just gotta kind of warp around. Just give me a minute. I think a lot of people would sit down and say that Elden Ring has a really weak finish. A lot of the endgame bosses have infinite combos, do insane damage, have crazy AoEs, and just spam a lot of moves. And you're kind of right. Melania has a lot of really fast combos that hit hard. Lifesteal, Waterfowl Dance. Maliketh has hard-hitting moves that do damage over time, and it's just got some pretty hard moves to dodge. Radagon has a shit ton of AoEs, the most insane mix-ups of any FromSoft boss to date. And Elden Beast is, Elden Beast. And here's the funny thing. These bosses are really difficult. These bosses are really fucking hard, but I see people just try to go into these rooms with the biggest stick that they could find and just wallop on them. And, of course, they get fucking smeared like it's nobody's goddamn business. And they get smoked like it's nobody's goddamn business. And, to be fair, it's your fault. It's your fault for making the boss harder than it needs to be. This isn't me saying get good. People who say get good are kind of on the slower side of the things, you know. They drink gasoline and fuck hogs. I'm not saying that you need to get better at the game. I think that most people who are at these bosses know what they're doing, and they're good at the game. But it is your fault for making the bosses difficult as it is. People will sit down and say, this boss was so difficult. It's like, okay. I guarantee if you ask them, it's like, well, did you use summons? And they'll be like, no. Did you use magic? No. Did you use any consumables? No. That's why it's difficult. The game was not designed for you to sit there with your sword in your fucking hand and your armor and your talismans and this basic ass shit and just go into a boss and just smack it until it dies. Sure, you can do that. I mean, I guarantee you tons of people did that. I did that on my first fucking playthrough, and I hated all of those endgame bosses my first time. I hated them all. Mind you, I did summon, yes, but I didn't use any of the tools that the game gave me. And that's why I had a terrible fucking time, and I guarantee you that's why you had a terrible time too. Are you kidding me? Why would you not use that shit?
I don't know.
A lot of the weapons in Elden Ring scaled faith and intelligence and arcane. The game is practically begging you to mix up how you play. like Radagon's swords, and even the Ruin's greatsword, 2 colossal weapons scale with intelligence. They want you to use magic with it. A lot of the weapons scale with faith. They want you to use incantations. But when people set these self-standards of,
Well, magic's really cheating. Well, if I use incantations, that's kind of cheating. Oh, well, if I use items, like, did I really win?
it's this weird culture ingrained with the game, and it's completely useless and it's fucking dog shit. And these players keep on trying to enforce it, and the people who try to enforce it and make fun of other players for using the tools provided are fucking insane. Use the stuff that the game gives you, and I guarantee you will have so much more fun. The bosses go from being just unimaginable pain for hours to just being some of FromSoft's best fights. Melania turns from this just terrible experience to just a dance of death as you dodge between all of her really powerful attacks and get your own hits in, as her poise is the size of a fucking caterpillar. Maliketh turns into this one-shotting insta-kill bastard to this super cool just spectacle of a fight. I genuinely think Maliketh is a top 5 FromSoft boss fights. He's so good. Radagon goes from an AoE spamming piece of shit to a AoE spamming piece of shit that you can dodge and then critical attack. Elden Beast goes from a fucking marathon. It's a marathon. That fight is just really not good. Holy shit, I could make an hour video about the Elden Beast alone. Good gravy, that fight fucking sucks. And it sucks too that a lot of these people's impressions of these bosses will be terrible. Not because the bosses were necessarily bad in design, but because from outside pressure, they felt like they couldn't use these items or that they shouldn't use these items, and in some cases, forget about the items, which that's perfectly understandable. And that's something that's genuinely not fun to see at all, because I'm an empath, you know, and I can really sense these things. And you know, as an empath, I'm phoning it in. I'm so sick and tired of editing this video. Holy shit. Okay, alright. Final statement. Final statement on this fucking 7-minute essay. Goddamn. Elden Ring is not supposed to be played like a Dark Souls game. Dark Souls bosses were a lot easier and they were a lot more simpler. Elden Ring bosses take it a few steps further, not because they want to try and, you know, like, roll catch you all the time and all this crazy shit, although that definitely is part of it. Elden Ring wants to be played differently. It wants you to use multiple weapons to dodge around. It wants you to use magic. It wants you to use every single tool it gave you, so you can be just as nuts to butts, coconuts kind of crazy that the bosses are. And that's fine. And once people, you disgusting people, understand this, you'll start to the bosses will grow on you like a fine mold. And baby, I love the mold. Good lord, making videos like these suck.